Hey, folks, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. There are all the ways you can follow us on social media. Good Thursday morning. There is the phone number, the email address, the other social media. Now, do you have the date? Do you have the date? Remember, I asked yesterday, I want to see every day. Do we have that? Do you think I said that for a joke yesterday? I want to see like July 16th, 2020. What? I don't have the date. All right. How are you today? Do you see my hat pyramid? I decided to build a hat pyramid. These are the kind of things I do when I got nothing else to do, right? Yeah, I got nothing else to do. So let's see here. Where do we start? Brad Parscale. Is that his name? Bradley Parscale. He's been demoted, right? He's back to digital manager. He's the digital manager in the campaign, all right? But you would think, there were several people involved last time with Corey Lewandowski. Remember when the young lady was going down the aisle and Corey grabbed her shirt and they had the whole thing for 2 weeks. Did Corey assault this woman? They wanted Trump to fire Corey Lewandowski because of the assault on a reporter. Remember that one? That was one of the favorites, right? Fan favorites there, Corey Lewandowski, right? And then there was Paul Manafort at the convention, and he landed in jail. Holy mackerel. And then you have Kellyanne Conway, and then you have, what's the other fella's their name? Anyhow, I'll think of it in a minute. The other guy that was in the White, Steve Bannon, right? Steve Bannon. But let one campaign rally not be full, and Trump will pull the ripcord. We just saying, okay? But you would think that was the only news in America, that Brad Parscale, they're making a move in the Trump campaign. And we're going to show you. Did you see the election results come in last night? You didn't? NBC is treating Brad Parscale, and so is CNN and others, like the election results came in last night. And Joe's Hideaway, that's what there should be, a neon sign out front of Joe's house saying, Joe's Hideaway. You ever go down to the Hideaway and have a drink? Joe's Hideaway. No one over 18. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. That was wrong of me. Joe's Hideaway, right? 18 and no, I gotta quit doing that. So anyhow, they are bragging about Joe playing the basement mole hideaway game, and it's working for him. And you would think with bringing in Steve Kornacki this morning, okay, that the election results are in. It's over for Trump. Did you even know Trump was in Atlanta yesterday? Do you know why he was in Atlanta? I'm going to get rid of the hat pyramid in a minute. Shut the hell up, all right? It's only Thursday morning. We've got a lot to do. So here's the backdrop, okay? I'm going to give you a couple little things I want you to go on here. Now, here's number 5, okay? Now, and I'm going to explain it. You see the real tall, that is the hurdles and the red tape and the reports and investigations and studies and approvals and permits that have to be done to get a project done, right? Now look at the one to the left, the short one. That's the process. One government approval. You get approval, boom, go get to work, right? UPS in the backdrop. Okay, UPS in the backdrop, and there is the state of Georgia, all right? Now, this is yesterday, Trump's announcement And this is streamlining and cutting the red tape from the National Environment Protection Act. Now, I regret to inform you, the National Environment Protection Act that started with a couple things to protect the environment obviously got way out of control, did it not? With bureaucracy and the deep state there. And but let's remind everybody, the 1969 National Environmental Protection Act was signed into law January 1st, 1970 by Richard Milhous Nixon. Nixon gave us this. So it may have been Nixon's intent to make sure that every project in America did not disrupt our environment. But look at the one side of what it grew into from 1970 and what it takes to do a project. It takes 30 years to get a permit, 20 years to get a permit. It's like Trump said yesterday, sometimes you start these projects, you go for your first permits and your environmental impact study, and the next thing you know, you're like a year later saying, why the hell am I doing this? And then 3 years later, the market changes, and why are you building it? And then the highways and the byways and so on and so forth, and the bridges and the tunnels, your great-grandkids may see them by time they can get them finished and completed after this, right? But if you pay attention to the media, look at the backdrop on that picture. He's in Atlanta yesterday. We're going to play some clips. He's going to get the Savannah port completed. He's going to get 75 opened up. He had UPS stand up there and say what it was like and how much of their life they were spending on 75. But this is what ABC, CNN, all of them are showing. This is the backdrop. 59. Look at that one. Now go to 59. All right. You still have the president. You still have UPS. You still have Georgia. He's still in Atlanta. That's still the backdrop. But Quinnipiac poll, 36% of voters approve of Trump's job performance. That's the backdrop. Let's see if we can find any other UPS backdrops in Atlanta that say absolutely nothing. Not a damn thing. Sorry about that. It's going to be that kind of. Give me number 49. Trump trails Biden by 11 points nationally. Joe Biden 51, Trump 40. Why we still have the same backdrop while at UPS. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's see one more. Okay, now this one is probably the one where the media is going to talk about why President Trump was in Atlanta yesterday, cutting red tape for companies that are excited about it, like UPS. Number 47. There's the big tall board and the short board, Trump, UPS. Still nothing about why Trump's in Atlanta. The only thing they're reporting this morning, for the most part, is Trump came to Atlanta and didn't address the COVID-19. Just saying, just saying. Oh, my God, you'd think that is the only news out there. Only news out there. So this morning, they bring in Steve Kornacki. Okay. Give me number 46. And NBC News and all of the media are treating it like it's election morning. Well, we've never seen anybody come back from these deficits. We've never seen it. Well, the last campaign and presidential election cycle this reminds us of is George H.W. Bush. No one has been as this far behind for this long and won a second term. Now, I will tell you this. Remember, okay, George H.W. Bush is the last current one-term president. Yeah, last current. Reagan had 2 terms. George W. 1. Clinton had 2 terms. George W. had 2 terms. Barack Hussein Obama had 2 terms. Terms, not turns. Term with an M. M. Get it correct there. See what I'm saying? Yeah. We've not seen anything like this since George H.W. Bush. Well, I don't see Trump coming back out of this, baby. There's no way. It's just not possible. Okay? And hang tight here. Oh, we got CNN. I got to throw this in. Number 12. Fauci said there's bizarre White House behavior. Only hurts Trump. The bizarre White House behavior. That's King Fauci for a day. Would you like to be King Fauci for a day? Well, I got one more, and then I want to make a comment, and then I want to move on because I want to tell you what all we want to cover this morning. I had it here a second ago. Where the hell's it at? All I want to show you. There we go. Number 62. Number 62. This is not Joe and Minka. This is little Willie and Minka. Where's Joe? I want to know where Joe is. Bring Joe in. Why is Joe not here? Why is Joe not reporting to work? Has Joe had a nervous breakdown? Are Joe and Minka separated? I feel like I'm doing a TMZ report, but I love it. Where's Joe? She went on yesterday, said Joe needed some much needed rest. Now, has anybody seen anything tweeted out from Joe? Is Joe on? These are question marks, all right? Is Joe on one of those Epstein videos? I don't know. I don't know. Is he? Is he on one of them Epstein videos? I don't know. Is he just taking some time off to cool his Gumby-like hair? Just cool down a little bit? I don't know. Is Joe's band on a world tour somewhere in Europe and we don't need to know it? I don't know. Has Joe got the coronavirus, COVID-19? Is Joe quarantined? Does he have the Rona? I don't know. Nervous breakdown, Joe. Or did Joe and Minka split up? Because you found out there were some things about her that are fake. Hey, you decide. I don't know. You mean that's not real? So where is Joe Scarborough, my friend? We're looking for Joe. Where is Joe? Hey, do you have mask appeal? No, do you have mask appeal? I love this. I really do, because I'm a people watcher and I love it in America. And when this started, okay, and the first mask has started coming out, all right, the first, I said, you know what? People are going to start buying their designer masks, their red, white, and blue. They're going to start putting You have used your face for an advertising billboard. Yes, you are advertising stuff right on your chops. The mask. Do you have mask appeal? I just want to know. Just asking. Now, this guy here, okay, this guy here, number 24, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp bans cities, counties from mandating masks. No, he just politely let them know that you can't supersede state law. Okay? Now, all of the municipalities, and it's very clear, that went and did a COVID, you passed a COVID-19 response plan. Yours was null and void when the state put one in place. All right? So Kemp said, look, you're not going around demanding people put on masks. No, it's just not going to happen. So I don't know. Do you have mask appeal? Let me ask you another question. I put this on Facebook, okay? Will you go in? I told you yesterday, we talked about this, dividing America. Would you like to be King Fauci for a day? That dude is king. Little short king we got. He's a short king. He's about this tall, and he is king. Sits up on the throne. They push him up there. Businesses, give me number 10. Businesses mandating a mask. Walmart, Kohl's, Kroger's. What is that one? Oh, Starbucks, Costco. Retailers, including Walmart, Kohl's, Kroger's, mandate mask. Now, I told you yesterday, they are determined to separate us. They are trying to they're trying to create white on white, black on white, white on black, something. They're trying to create all kinds of anger. They have people, now I'm telling you, this is the media hype. They have people, okay? They have people going up to people in a store. Put your mask on for my sake. It's for my safety. Well, here's what's for your safety. Boom, get out of my face or I'm going to bump you in the nose. Is that going to happen? You're going to start seeing reports, guy bumps girl in the nose in aisle 4 grocery store. Karen said, you need to wear a mask. I'm going to call the manager. The manager's going to come and put you out, and you're going the wrong damn way in the store. I'm telling. Pop, right in the chops. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't mean to do it, but can you see it coming? Will you? I actually heard someone say, one of these morning broadcasters, Yasmin Vasugia. Yasmin Vasugia said, I've told people put a mask on. Now, I'm going to get out of this right here because I want to talk about some other things. I'm going to break down my pyramid of hats. I just wanted to show you. I got a couple. Yesterday I said, hey, why not bring out the hats? There you go. You know, Fannin County Chair Commissioner, if you are national here, there was a local, all politics is local. There's a local forum last night. And my understanding, I did not watch it, but it is all over social media. There's a lot of discussion about public comment. So if you're out there in the US of A, and you're attending your meetings and they don't allow public comment, or they decide when you can comment, you may want to listen up. Freedom of speech is disappearing at our local municipal meetings all over the place. So last night at this forum, there was a discussion on freedom of speech. And my understanding, not to quote, is the current chair of Fannin County, Stan Helton, said, well, when you open up, just open up public comment, it turns into a clown show so people can just get their names in the paper. They try to get their names in the paper. Ooh, no, a circus, not a clown show. I'm sorry. Back up. He said something in the reference like, it turns into a circus with people just trying to get their name in the paper. That's where I was going to say, you know what they have at the circus? Clowns. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Ouch. A circus. So, I was talking about something, and I knew it had a point. Well, what the hell? Brad Parscales is out. That's the big news around the world. Not this. Not this. What is this? We will, at Joe's Hideaway, number 66. You know what this is, number 66? We're going to talk about it. It happens to be news. But it's not in the news. They're not reporting this morning, right? But this is another one of Joe and Barack Hussein Obama's gifts to the Chinese. We'll talk about it later. All right, let me do this. Let's put this up. We have King Fauci for a day. Let's see what we have here while we talk about our hats for a minute. Give me, let's talk about Goya. Go ahead. Trump is supporting and promoting. Trump poses with Goya products as COVID's death hit 137. I mean, how can you be interested in rice and brown beans and black beans and seasoning when people are dying out there of the COVID? You know, I said this yesterday. Pay attention to me, okay? Every once in a while, I think I have a valid point. Now, the NFL, all right? The NFL is going to push back the season opener 1 week or something, right? I don't know. I don't pay attention too much. But they're going to push it back 1 week. Why? Because these athletes, all right, these athletes are testing. Some of them have tested positive all throughout the league. Now, think about 200 people on the staff, we'll call it that, at 20-some teams or whatever they have, right? And you got 45 tested positive. I don't know the number, but they're going to push the whole league back a week, right? Now, first of all, these are athletes that are in good shape. I mean, you got a couple front linemen that are pretty big guys out there, but they're still in shape. These people work their whole life in shape, okay? Physical, training. So they don't have, the teams don't have quite the underlying health conditions as, you know, Americans that are older and have health problems. Here's the point I want to make. Now just think, this has not been years ago. This is recent. A flu, a nasty flu is very contagious. So if you find out somebody in your work area or you work with has the flu, it's like us. You got the flu? Don't even come here. Don't touch the door. Okay? I remember last year somebody said, this was all the way back in 2019. Somebody said, well, I have the flu, but I want to drop something off. So they came to the glass door. I wouldn't let them in. I said, slide it under the door and don't touch the door. No, seriously. Flu is very contagious, right? So you have a very dangerous, contagious flu that kills thousands every year, hundreds of, you see the flu deaths, right? And it's the big game, and you hear that announcer on Sunday, well, so-and-so, the big-time quarterback, he is going to play, Joe. Yes, he is, but all reports are he don't feel well. Now, yesterday, he had 103 fever. He has the flu. He has a terrible flu, but they got in there, and they shot his ass up with B12 or whatever they give him. He's got a half dozen shots in his ass, and he's playing today, Joe. He's out here in the big game. He is not going to sit this one out. Now, he is going to go over to the sideline. He's still going to have the flu, and there's 100 people over there. Our reports say he's playing with the flu, and it's a nasty, contagious one. But they want him in the game today, Joe, and that's where he's going to be. He don't give up. What the hell? I want to hear quarterback's in there. Now, yesterday he tested positive for the Rona, but he's playing because his team's going to win. What the hell? All right. All right, so let me take this down. This is a hat a friend of mine gave me. Just one more thing. Remember Columbo, just one more thing. Some people said when I go, not so much my interviews on the show, but when I go and I'm looking into a story and I'm talking to somebody, I say, yeah, I got one more thing. I got one more question. Just one more question, Columbo, if you don't know. So somebody had that hat made for me. This is my Border Patrol hat. Who gave me my Border Patrol hat? Oh my God, I'm going to get in so much trouble. There's a good story behind this hat. I'll tell it later. I love my Border Patrol hat. Now, this is my friend Steve. And Steve has moved away, and I really miss him. And he would go make hats. I mean, these are quality hats. These are not cheapos. These are quality hats. And he would go have 100 different hats. I'll show you a couple of them. And if he would wear them. And if you said to him, hey, man, I like that hat, he would say, if I give you one, will you wear it? You have to wear it, okay? Or have it on the show. And if you said, yes, I'll wear it, he would go right to the truck, get you a hat, okay? And he gave me several. I'm going to show you here. Vote Trump. Mobs, not jobs. Can you see that? Mobs. Wait a minute. Not jobs. What did I say? Oh, vote Trump. Mobs or jobs? Which one you want? Mobs? I think this is a good one. I think Trump needs to bring this one back. Remember the mobs? Mobs or jobs? Okay. That's a good one. Vote Trump, mobs for jobs. And then I got this one out. I got to break the pyramid. I got this one out just for my Braves fans. I wanted to show you a Yankees hat. My friends, I got Braves friends. I just want to show you. Now, where do we go from here? Oh, here's another one, my friend Steve. Vote Trump 2020 perfect vision. You like that one? Vote Trump 2020 perfect vision. All right. Now, here's this one. He didn't have this one made, but this has got the 2 American flags on. Oh, 1 American flag. Trump 2020. Keep America great. How do you like that one? You like that one? I like that one. Here's another one I like. Keep America great 20. This has 2 flags. Keep America great 2020. And then this one here, another one, my friend Steve. I got to say, he would make these. He moved away. Damn. I hope he's still making hats. I hope he does not make them himself. I hope he is still having hats made and giving them out where he lives now. But here's MAGA, drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. And I'm going to give this one before I go to break. This is my big one. Last year, this tears me up, man. Now, tomorrow night at 6:30, I will be moderating an hour and 15-minute debate with the Senate, the Georgia State Senate 50 candidates, Bo Hatchett and Stacey Hall. Okay. And then after that, I will be moderating a debate between Matthew Gertler and Andrew Clyde, and that will be in Jackson County. We're going to be over at the Commerce Civic Center in Jackson County, and it's being sponsored by the Jackson County Republican Party. But you see this hat, JC, you see that? That's Jackson County, and they're a part of Dizzy Dean. I don't think you're going to be able to see, but you see, if you can see the sweat line on this, and you can see a little bit of dirt around the edges. Last year, Dizzy Dean, I mean, America, this is breaking my heart. I don't know how to report this. Now, there is baseball being played right now, but last year, Dizzy Dean, the 12-year-old Region 8 championship, I think it is, or whatever, but we broadcast 11 baseball games for the Dizzy Dean last year. 11 games we broadcast. And what we did is it came down to Jackson County and Murphy, North Carolina, or Clay, sorry, not Murphy. Ooh, trouble. Clay County and Jackson County. It came down to that. These are 12-year-olds. They played their heart out. I announced all 12 games. I did the play-by-play for 12 games. And when they got done, this kid came up to me from Jackson County, and he took his hat off, and he handed it to me. This is the player's hat. He handed it to me, and he said, "I want you to have my hat." Yeah, I want you to have my hat. So Jackson County, I remember you guys very well. Let's take a break and come back, and let's get into why Trump was actually in Atlanta yesterday that nobody wants to talk about. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect, like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The Chevy inventory is rolling in again, and Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper is discounting them deep. North Georgia's #1 truck, the Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, discounted up to $8,000 off. Plus, get huge savings with 0% financing for 84 months on every Equinox and Trax. Everyone's been waiting for these Chevys, and we've got them for less at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. Dave's Chevrolet. Dave's gets it done. Find new roads.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We only have 2 hours every day. There's all the social media ways you can keep up with us, the phone number and the email address. And if you have news that you would like to get to us, you can always text it there or send me an email or info, info at fetchernews.com. There's always news. We're now expanded into 29 county websites in Georgia, 6 county websites in Tennessee, and 12 county websites in North Carolina. Now, something we're going to be doing, and you have asked for it, and something we're going to be doing by the end of the month, and we knew this was coming. We're going to be adding some new FYN Facebook pages to identify more of the Tennessee and the North Carolina and Georgia and to split it up. We have had people say, hey, how can we get stuff in Tennessee without having to go through Georgia? So we are working on a plan right now, and it's a good thing we don't call it a problem. It's a good thing to have the next challenge. And at FYN, we're always dealing with the next challenge of growth. So we're excited about that. And, you realize something. And I say this humbly because it's you out there. You realize there's not a day that FYN doesn't grow somewhere. Not a day that it doesn't grow somewhere. More page views, more viewers, anything and everything. Not a day it doesn't grow. And we're excited about that. And we know that's because of you out there. Okay, there you go. Thursday, July 17th, 2020. Okay, FYN, I like it. There you go. Now, I just want to start seeing that at the opening of the show in the morning. And then when we come back, you can put it up, I guess, just to remind us the date. And just remind us the date really quick. We know we can go in the archives, but that way we know the date when we go in and do these segments. It was July 17th when I said this. So we're just trying to help out to try to go back and find all of your host's great predictions from time to time. Now, Trouble in Paradise. Brad Parscale is going back to, and you would think that's the only news. So let's get through this. We're going to go at 9 o'clock, and we're going to talk about Trump being in Atlanta. I'm not putting it on the back burner. I just want to break that video down and show you some things that happened. Now, we have, and you know it, and I know it, and the American people know it. That's the big thing. The American people know it. Now, Trump was, this is what it looks like, number 5. Now, this is the national number 5, President Trump, and they use this chart here that, look at how tall it is, okay, on right or left. I don't know what side you're on. Let's see, right side would be over here, so it'd be the left side, whatever. The big tall chart, okay? Now, Nixon, maybe unbeknownst to him that this would turn into the behemoth that it is, okay? Decided to sign July 1st, 1970, what is known as the National Environmental Policy Act, okay? And the National Environmental Policy Act is the United States environmental law that promotes the enhancement of the environment and established the President's Council on Environmental Quality, okay? The law was enacted on January 1st, 1970. To date, more than 100 nations around the world have enacted national environmental policies modeled after the NEPA. Glad to know we could be an example to the world. I don't even have time to go into that one. 100 nations around the world. So that being said, as you can see, the very tall chart is from the time of application, how many places your application has to go, how many studies it has to go through, how many court hearings, how many court cases it will probably take to clear environmental. But that's what it takes. And you have you have projects that have made application that has not got past phase 1 of the application process, sometimes for a year, not even started. On the other side is a short 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-step program to starting your project. Now, Trump said yesterday in his speech, we're not going to let projects destroy our environment. It's not going to happen. And I'm with him on that. Nobody can argue that you want clean water and clean air. You just can't argue that, okay? But look at the one over there, the bureaucratic nightmare to start a project is all pushed into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Boom, project's ready to go. And there's going to be one approval, one government approval. Once that's done, you go. There's not going to be 19 or 20 different government approvals that you have to go through, okay? One government approval. Now, if you want to get out there and chain yourself to a bulldozer, hey, have at it, okay? But that's why the president was in Atlanta yesterday. And we're going to break this down because this is great news. Now, the AJC and several local networks, okay, papers and networks did report why the president was here. And that's why the president wants to get out on the road. Now, this is good nationwide. This is great for every state in the United States. If you have a project backlogged and you can't get it off the ground because of the government, this is going to clear the red tape. This is an amazing move of cutting regulations to get our country going again. You can't talk about infrastructure. You can't talk about, the one thing that you know is a lie in the Obama administration when they had all those shovel-ready jobs and they had the signs. We showed you the signs. Okay, this project funded by the Obama Reinvestment Act. They put the signs up. They did some projects, but for the most part, they couldn't kick any off because Obama and Biden knew that all they were doing was taking billions of dollars and funneling it into their friends' pockets. And they knew the regulations were so enormous that there was no way you could seriously do projects. They knew that. Let me tell you what else. Now, what happens here, and this is why Trump wants to get out, and this is why the media doesn't want him out. There's so many reasons why the media wants him. They like Joe. They like Hideaway Joe. I want the neon light with the arrow down there. Hideaway Joe. Hideaway Joe. Joe's Hideaway. Okay? But Hideaway Joe, all right, which Trump, you could take that. I think it'll work. You're looking for Sleepy Joe? Hideaway Joe. Okay? So Hideaway Joe, right, they want him in. But they do want to keep Trump in D.C. because when Trump goes places, the local media cover it. They cover it. And they don't want that because the local media coverage, and I'm not making them far-right media at this time in Atlanta or the AJC, a conservative newspaper, but when Trump goes places, 11 Alive, they were there, they videoed it. I mean, the video we're going to use comes from 11 Alive today, that they did it yesterday, the whole thing from start to finish. 11 Alive goes out and they capture, the president landing on Air Force One, coming down, and, well, he has no mask on. Well, as you can see, he's coming down, and him and Brian Kemp, no mask. What the hell? Damn it. So the local networks cover it, and they don't like that. So you can hear why Donald Trump wants to get the project expansion of 75 done, okay? Savannah Port, to get stuff out of the port all across this country. But this is, and let's go here, Brad Parscale, okay? So this is what you are getting inundated with, and this is not, I promise what I'm about to do is not to make you sad and get you down. Okay? Truth is the truth. I was at a meeting yesterday, and the group I was with, I told them, I said, look, I said, you need to understand, facts are facts. The Democratic Party in the 9th District of Georgia has more candidates than they've ever had in the 9th District on the ballot all across. And the Democratic Party, I'm pretty positive, in the 9th District just swore in 2 days ago a Democratic chair for Stevens County. And I think now all 20 counties have a Democrat actual party and a chair presiding over it. Now, I'm telling you, that's something they didn't have in the past. So I do say some things for a wake-up call, period. So this morning, we have to, this is not to make you sad at all, because I get people that say they're depressed. So let's go to number 2. See, this is the media this morning. Brad Parscale, Trump is in a mess, okay? Joe Biden's leading 51-40. Here's another graph, okay? Number 3, this is on a website, number 3. So you got North Carolina, Florida, Pennsylvania. There's 2. Biden is leading in both of them, Arizona and Texas, okay? Number 4, from the Daily Mail this morning, Donald Trump is hit with a barrage of polls, with him trailing Joe Biden in Florida, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and barely hanging on in Texas. Why, who would have never thought the media would make Texas and in play? Now, yesterday they didn't make Georgia in play because Trump was here in Atlanta. Plus a doomsday national survey that has him 15 doomsday. That has him 15 points behind. Trump was trailing Biden in all 4 national polls released Wednesday. The Quinnipiac University poll has him trailing Biden 52-37. Biden held lead of 10, 3, 9% points in other polls. 6-point lead in Arizona, 7-point edge in Florida. Now, I didn't do this morning. Would you like to look up this date and Hillary Clinton's poll numbers in Florida? Brutal assessment on the wrong track. He's on the wrong track. Brutal. Is the country on the right track? So, number 6, the Trump campaign shakeup. Number 6. Number 6. Let's see what else we have. Number 13. Trump demotes campaign manager as poll numbers fall. Who's going to be in there? Number 15. Who is Bill Steppins? Why, Bill is former White House political director. He served as Trump's national field director in 2016. Former top aide to New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, national director for John McCain's 2008 campaign. He's getting the job. Don't you always love a senior White House official with no name? Number 16. Brad's not the one going off message. Brad's not the one refusing to wear the mask. You refuse to wear the mask? Who refuses to wear the mask? Do you refuse to wear a mask? Holy crap. I told you, it's mask divide. We are a nation divided by face coverings. Ooh, wow, we have lost it. Is Trump not focused? He's not focused. Trump. We had to back up on that. So Brad's not the one going off the message. Brad's not the one refusing to wear the mask. Trump is not focused. He's not focused. Everyone has told him that. We keep telling you that every day, Mr. President. Focus. Zero in. Here's the targets. We keep putting up charts and graphs. We know you like colors and numbers. Oh, look at the charts. We show you charts because we know you're not going to read the report. I'm just having some fun. You're not focused. You're not headed in the right direction. See, win is that way. Here it is. You're going this way. Win is that way. Can you not see the chart? Whew. He's not focused. Everyone has told him that. Nothing has changed. We tell him that every day. Not a damn change one. Hold on. I want to run some more by you. And we're going to do this, and then we'll come back, and we're going to do the 9 o'clock. I know Peter Navarro. I know all that. Here's number 30. I'm just showing you. This is all the rage this morning. ABC, everybody, CBS, wherever you're tuned in. If you're getting that 3-minute CBS news clip in the car going to Atlanta this morning, this is what you will hear. Number 30, Trump demotes campaign manager Brad Parscale, replaced by deputy campaign manager. Is that the best we got? Get Barney Fife in here. Deputy. Call in my deputy. Trump sent out a tweet. So let's look at what the president says about this. Number 31. I am pleased to announce that Bill Steppen, no S, Bill Steppen has been promoted to the role of Trump's campaign manager. Brad Parscale, who has been with me for a very long time and has led our tremendous digital and data strategies, will remain in that role while being a senior advisor to the campaign. Both were heavily involved in our historic 2016 win. I look forward to having a big and very important second win together. This one should be a lot easier as our poll numbers are rising fast. The economy is getting better. Vaccines and therapeutics will soon, right? So Brad and Bill have been there all along. Brad was the face, but they're moving him back into the digital world, okay? Just saying. So here, more up, number 33. How Christie's top aide shook Bridgegate and won over Trump. You see, he was implicated in Bridgegate, Chris Christie's Bridgegate. He was never charged. And let's remember, Christie was totally vindicated. Chris Christie was vindicated and cleared on Bridgegate, okay? Number 34. Trump campaign wraps up. You can always know if something will work. Trump campaign wraps up Biden mental fitness, attacks as allies warn of blowback. So the campaign's going to ramp up that Hideaway Joe has dementia. That Hideaway Joe keeps bouncing off the same walls in the basement. You know, here's the funny thing. You know what they did? They played a dirty joke on Joe the other day, okay? You know Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, right? And they would paint you know how they would paint the hole in the side of the mountain for Wile E. Coyote, and he would run up and, you know, boom, hit and fall up, bounce back. It wasn't there. They keep doing that for Hideaway Joe. They keep painting a little hole on the basement wall. You can get out here, Joe, and he keeps running and bouncing off the wall. I know. That's Hideaway Dementia Joe. Trump campaign ramps up Biden mental fitness attacks. People are saying that's going to blow back on you. That's going to blow back on you, okay? Just saying. Number 35, we're going to go through a whole list here. Trump campaign ramps up the mental. The campaign has been running a fresh batch of Facebook ads this week with titles such as Joe Biden is clearly diminished. Joe Biden is slipping. We think it's going to backfire. That's how you know it's going to work. Number 36. Oh, I tell you, running cover on a daily basis. They've got to be busy, okay, over there. All right. So now let's get to the polling that they're all talking about this morning. All right. Now, if polling in July, and I do understand we're only a couple months away from early voting. We're not, you used to think of November 30. You used to think of the first week, the first Tuesday in November is election day. There was election day. Remember that? The old-fashioned election day. Now it's election days. Days and months, election months. You see, if you go on November 3rd and you cast your ballot and go home, there's less opportunity and time for people to work out the corruption they need to do. But if you got 2 months to work the channels to create the corruption you need, okay? Just saying. Number 42, whites. Whites without a college degree. You see, whites. Let's see, white people. Whites. Trump is only leading 49-42. Trump had a big lead with Whitey. I don't know about these polls. You can't trust Whitey. Trump had a big lead with Whitey last election. But as you can see, now he's even slipping. These are according to the polls. I'm being, what do they call it, facetious or something? I don't know what you call it, right? Whites without a college degree. So even the dumbasses are catching on that Trump's a problem. They're slipping. Now, number 43, if you don't have the whites, you got the blacks. You got your whites, then you got your blacks. And then comes along the Latinos, okay? Blacks, Trump at 6%, Biden at 80%. This is the side of the polls that you could point to and say they are scared. Biden is wetting his pants and his campaign over this poll. The reason that all of the uprising and the millennial whites that went out there that said Black Lives Matter in these communities with the race-baiting pimp Al Sharpton and others is the fear of what will happen with black vote, okay? When Donald Trump gets on the stage and he looks at Joe Biden, I will tell you, I'm not always critical of the president, but you should let me help you with the debate prep, Mr. President. I'm just saying you should bring me in for debate prep. Because when you look over and you say, you know what, Joe, you and I and the American people tonight know anytime black incarceration in this country comes up, we have to look at you, Joe, and what you did to the black community and how you incarcerated, your policies you supported, incarcerated black men in this country in high percentages. That's it. I just wrote it. Could somebody send that to the Donald? Send it to him. He can have it, okay? I won't charge him for it. This is the one right here that I know their pants are wet. Latino. Last time, Trump got 22% of the Latino. That's why he's hugging the old Goya. Hey, I got some Goya black beans. 22%. I mean, not last time. Trump's at 22%. Biden's at 67%. I have told you over and over for weeks. They're not talking about the Latino community. They know they've lost that battle. Nothing they could say. Trump stood on the White House lawn with the president of Mexico. The president of Mexico said, hey, they all tried to predict we were going to fail, Donald. They all tried to predict this wouldn't work. They all tried to predict we wouldn't be friends. We're friends. We got a problem with that. Mexican presidents calling them friends. We passed the USMCA. They like that too. We're stopping illegals from coming in and taking American Mexican or Mexican Americans' jobs. Do you know, you want to talk about illegals coming in? They're getting a Mexican, hey, why are you giving him my job, man? Why are you giving him my job? Why are you giving that Mexican my job? Well, you're Mexican. I know, but why are you giving it to him? They are in total fear. 67% for Biden. How could Biden be only at 67% for Latinos right now in this country? I had Cruz on the other day. What's her name? I forget her first name. Okay, Josie Cruz, 4th District of Georgia. She will tell you it's 38-40. It could be because, hey, Trump is going to blow the Latino vote. Latinos are pro-life. Pro-life. Okay? Latinos work. I mean, most Latinos work, pro-life, family-oriented. All right? I'm telling you. And Trump, whether you like it or not, and we'll discuss that, Trump is going to do something with DACA. Now, whether you're angry or not, if mom and dad got you in the car or in the caravan or put you on the back of a damn camel, okay? Let me say something. Don't get and tag me. Jesus didn't even know he was crossing state lines. I'm telling you. He had no idea why he left here and went there. It's all the time. Just don't take me wrong. Don't attack me, okay? But you tell the kids, 3 years old, come on. You got to learn to swim today. I'm just saying. Next thing you know, you got a 3-year-old in an apartment in Patterson, New Jersey. I'm just throwing that in there. It's easy. They don't know. So I'm just, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So DACA, I know you don't agree with DACA, but Donald Trump is going to take that issue away from the Democrats. Watch and see what he did to Atlanta. Let me tell you something. If he can get the message out, how do I put this? Gently. If he can get the message out that traffic patterns are going to change and new projects are going to happen, you know how many gay people are in their cars going to work sitting in traffic? Latino, black. Yeah, man, Trump's going to free up all this traffic. He's got some things working. I ain't hear Obama do nothing. This guy flying to town, he's going to do this on 75. He's going to do that. I might vote for the guy. I am concerned. Let me look at the camera. I am not burying my head in the sand. I'm concerned about some of these polls, okay? Because I've watched the media put people against each other wearing a mask. A lot of Trump voters now are wearing masks, okay? So Latinos, 38, age 18 to 34. Only 23% are going for Trump, okay? Women, 35-58. That's going to be wrong. That's going to be wrong. Going to be wrong. Whites with a degree, 38. Here we go, number 44. They're trying to sell you this morning President Trump's coronavirus handling. 37 approve, 59 disapprove. Race relations, 45, number 45. 33% approve of his race relations handling, 63% no. What do you do that you don't approve of? This would be the media. Number 46, President Trump's approval. They brought in Steve Kornacki. President Trump's job approval down to 42%. Down. I'll tell you what, I think he's had a 50, but I think he's been around 42. Oh, somebody said to me yesterday, why did Trump wait till now to go to Atlanta? And I don't know if we can get this message out to talk about infrastructure now. Why? Well, if you haven't caught on, there's been this phony Russian investigation. There's been Robert Mueller, Jeffrey Sessions, which is gone, Jefferson Beauregard Edwards III Sessions, disaster attorney general, Robert Mueller, the whole Peter Strzok, his girlfriend, Lisa Page, one thing, James Comey, a scam, sham impeachment. He's been a little busy. Number 47, we showed this earlier. Here's the backdrop of UPS. Trump trails Biden 11 points. Oh my God, here it is. I'm going to move past that one. I already did that one. I thought I had that. Here's number 51, Steve Kornacki. They brought him in. I'm just showing you they can't shut up about it. This is the one that you know is a lie. Okay. This is one that you know that their polling samples have to be wrong. Number 52. Who would do a better job handling the economy? Joe Biden? 50, Trump 45? Nah. Ain't happening. This is the one where you know 53. Quinn in the PIAC poll, who do you trust to handle? 53. A crisis. Joe Biden? 57. Now, I have to tell you, they want me to believe that America by 57, if this is a good sample, 57, okay? You know what? Should I say this? No, I'm not going to say it. Who do you want to handle a crisis? Biden? Healthcare, 58. Biden? Coronavirus response. Biden? Hideaway Joe? Racial inequality. He goes up to 62 on that one. Hideaway Joe just gets some awesome marks here. Now, did they open the polling by saying, you do realize that Biden has spent 40 years in Washington, D.C., eight of those as vice president of the United States, and 32 others as U.S. senator. Knowing that information, do you trust him to get the job done? No. Let's see, on race inequalities at 62. Now, recently, we've had some racial issues in the country, racial injustice, systemic racism, systematic racism, whatever the hell, right? Recently, this is going on. But knowing Joe Biden has been one of the leading playing roles for incarcerating Black Americans, do you still feel he is the one to handle racial inequality in this country? Well, sure. Yeah, I trust Joe. Hideaway Joe? 54. President Trump's approval rating. Now 36. It's down. Disapproval, 60. They're all over the boat. Here is 55. He's at 52.37. Trump's down another 4 just in a couple weeks. Now, getting close to wrapping this up, number 56. 56. Arizona. 51.45. Florida. 50.43. Pennsylvania, 50.42. Wisconsin, 48.42. Michigan, 48.42. North Carolina, 47.46. Joe's closing right in on battleground states. Here's a Monmouth University, number 47. It's 53-40. That's a Pennsylvania matchup. Wow. Number 58. I have to show you all these. I want you to always know what they're selling. Pennsylvania, Monmouth University, under age 50. They're going for Biden. 65 and older. They're still going for Biden. Between 50 and 64, they're going for Trump. 50 and 60. Why that age group? Here's the devastating Trump train track. Okay, according to the Wall Street Journal, always can trust them, number 61. How many of you feel we're on the right track? 19%. Wrong track, 72. The Trump train, according to NBC News, has derailed. And you were riding it. Let me say this. We're going to take a break. Number 62. Where's Joe Scarborough? COVID-19, coronavirus. He got the Rona? I don't know. Did he have a wacko nervous breakdown? He's in a home somewhere going like this? Did him and Minka split? Joe, I think we need a cooling off period. I will do the show because I own it. I know it says Morning Joe, but since we got married, look at the contract. I now own the program. Your ass could be out just like that. So take 2 weeks and cool off and call me and see if you want to come back. Because it's my way or the Joe way. Out of here. Find Joe way out of here. Wow. That's pretty good. Where's he at? Where's Joe? Just saying. Is he on one of the Epstein tapes and their nerves are shot? And he's seeking counsel. Just saying. Just saying. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. I show you these polling numbers for a couple reasons, folks. There's two ways. One, I don't want you to put your head in the sand. I have said over and over, if you are out there and you intend and you want to see President Donald Trump get a second term, you have to get to work. You have to get to work. You have to tell the truth to your neighbors. You have to give them the truth. Joe Biden's incarceration rate of Black Americans. Okay. We're going to go over a couple more things, but I do know they are going the direction. If Trump's not going in the right direction, he blistered Biden in the Rose Garden, blistered him to the point that the Biden campaign came out and said he needs to reimburse the American people for using the Rose Garden as a campaign event. He blistered Hideaway Joe. Okay. Yesterday, he blistered him. And the media is doing what their part in this and trying to protect Hideaway Joe to never come out of the basement. You want me to believe that all of these people really feel that Joe Biden is better in a crisis? Where would he be? You see, Donald Trump got taken to the media woodshed for going down in the bunker and maybe visiting. I don't know. Maybe he stayed 10 minutes. I don't know. But they reamed him out for going to the bunker for 10 minutes. Do you realize Hideaway Joe during a pandemic would be reporting to us every day from the bunker? I'm your host, BK. Wait a minute. Let's do this. All right. Let me give me number 65. This is Friday night. Okay. Stacey Hall, Bo Hatchett right there. 8 o'clock, Matt Gertler, Andrew Clyde. This is the debate on FYNTV.com. Early voting starts Monday. We will be back right after these messages. Take a break.
Circa World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
Hello, my name's Kevin Johnson. I'm seeking the office of Chief Magistrate Judge on August the 11th. I would like to start out by thanking everyone who voted for me on June 9th. I need every one of you to vote again on August the 11th. Gilmer County has not had to elect a position in the Chief Magistrate's office in over 2 decades. This is a very important position to be filled and voted on. I would also like to encourage those who voted for other candidates to strongly consider me, review my experience in education. I have that experience and the ability to run this office. As most of you know, experience matters. My experience is that I am a retired Georgia State Patrol Post Commander with over 30 years of law enforcement experience. I have over 4,000 hours of police officer standard and training. I'm trained in courtroom testimony, courtroom procedures, arrest warrants, search warrants, and affidavits. I also have training through Columbus State University and Truett McConnell College. I have training through the FBI Leadership and Command Training Facility in Atlanta. Where this experience matters, how does it matter? As many of you know and are concerned just as I am, a couple in St. Louis who lawfully owned and possessed weapons had them taken away from them via search warrant. That search warrant is issued from a magistrate judge. I can assure you that any arrest warrant or search warrant that is issued from the magistrate's office, as I am your Chief Magistrate Judge, will be heavily scrutinized and will be within the boundaries of the law. I will not violate somebody's constitutional rights, nor will I sign off on any warrant that does. This is where experience matters from day one, when decisions must be made and there's not enough time to review those decisions. So again, I would humbly ask in closing that you vote for me on August 11th. Vote for experience, experience that matters, experience in the law, experience in life. Vote for Kevin Johnson to be your Chief Magistrate Judge. Thank you.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect, like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
The Chevy inventory is rolling in again, and Days Chevrolet in Jasper is discounting them deep. North Georgia's #1 truck, the Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, discounted up to $8,000 off. Plus, get huge savings with 0% financing for 84 months on every Equinox and Trax. Everyone's been waiting for these Chevys, and we've got them for less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Find new roads.
Folks, I just want to go over some quick things because I do want some time. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I want some time to show the president in Atlanta yesterday. I'm probably not going to get to everything I want. So we'll pull that video up in a minute. Now, North Carolina, and let me give you an example. These are some of the things that are happening, okay? And here are my concerns, all right? Here are my concerns. what are we doing to ourselves, the kids, if we learn to walk in the same direction? And I understand everybody's talking about the mask and directional. Go to the grocery store. Now, number one, this is just a list of things that are in the North Carolina reopening, Democrat governor, okay? In addition, schools are strongly recommended to follow the additional safety measures that include designate hallways and entrance exits one way only. Walking one way only. Going in and out of certain doors one way only. Why are we creating traffic patterns for our children? All right. Grocery store, where to stand. I'm just saying, designate hallways and entrances, exit doors one way only. Number two there, keep students and teachers in small groups that stay together as much as possible. Stay together as much as possible. Pay attention to these. Now listen to this. Have meals delivered to the classroom or have students bring food back to the classroom if social distancing is not possible in the cafeteria. You're going to eat alone. You're going to be one chair, skip two, one chair. And when you run out of room, you got to take your food back to the classroom and sit down by yourself. Well, discontinue activities that bring together large groups. Is that Jim? I don't know. Place physical barriers such as plexiglass at reception desks and similar areas. Just look at that. That's school. Now, I think Roy Cooper, the governor of North Carolina, wants schools from the kids from kindergarten, K through 12 to wear a mask. Just saying. All right. Run through my pictures. Okay. Here's something I want to bring up. Give me number 66. And this is something the Chinese, and this is not a joke, okay? The Chinese told Joe Biden and Barack Obama that they were dumping sand in the South China Sea to create resorts for the wealthy Chinese to go to an island and drink a Mai Tai. Well, Joe, Obama says to Joe, I don't really see anything wrong with that, do you? No, I don't see anything wrong with that. And by the way, they're going to give Hunter $1.5 billion. So if they want to let their people go down to an island and, have little drinks with umbrellas, this is not a lie. The Chinese government, Bank of China, gives Joe Biden's son, Hunter, $1.5 billion. And Joe Biden, I'm going to say in return, many returns to you. I mean, Joe and Obama showed their appreciation in so many different ways. And one being these islands in the South China Sea that they are trying to take over the South China Sea. They made these islands and they're military islands. So, hold on, I have it here. So we have a couple articles here. Let's go with this one. South China Sea, the BBC this morning. I mean, this is July 14th from the BBC. South China Sea. What's China's plan for its Great Wall of Sand? Right there you go. Okay. Despite all the other issues demanding China's attention this year, the virus, its trade war with the U.S., Hong Kong's national security law, and a host of economic woes, the South China Sea has been revived in recent months as an area of serious tensions. Serious tensions in the South China Sea, with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo now for the first time calling China's territorial claims on the South China Sea unlawful. Alexander Neal examines China's plans to extend its reach in the origin. Folks, what you see there is man-made. What you see there is in the South China Sea. What you see, no pun intended, what you see. What you are looking at, we'll go with that, what's on the screen happens to be under Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden's administration as the Chinese built these military. Check me out. I think the Chinese built and launched their first aircraft carrier during the Obama administration. See if I'm right on that. So that's that one right there. Nobody's talking about. Let's see if I have another one. I thought I had another one here. Hang tight, hang tight. Let's see. Hold on. I thought I had another article. I may not. Wait. No, I think I only have the one. But this one's the South China Sea, and there is another one that was up. That's 2 days ago. U.S. declares most of China maritime claims in South China Sea illegal. Okay. So this is a CNN. U.S. declares most China's maritime claims of South China Sea illegal. The U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo Monday announced a formal rejection of most of China's maritime claims in the South China Sea, the latest in an escalation between Washington and Beijing. Folks, these are the facts. This is out there in the news, and they're more interested in Brad Parscale is demoted to, the computer nerd of the campaign. Just saying. Try to take some time and look at the real news. Now, let's go to a couple pictures because I got to get to, just want to show you really quick. Again, with the coronavirus, number 7, more mandates on masks as U.S. looks to slow pandemic. They're trying to separate us by mask. Number 8, Miami-Dade County runs out of ICU beds. Number 9, state with mask mandates. Number 10, we said these are the businesses. Do you have mask appeal? That's what we said. Do you have mask appeal? What are you advertising on your damn face? Thought it would never happen, okay? Number 10, these are the stores that say don't come in our store if you don't have a mask on. Number 12, Fauci, King Fauci. The royal, your royal, they do the guy has the horn. Your Royal Highness King Fauci is about to be on TV, okay? Here's one. 14, millions of Americans unemployment with benefits set to expire. Okay, well, open the damn country and go to work. There you go. That was simple. I fixed that, right? See what else they're freaking about. Here we have Alabama's in the game, number 19. Alabama available. Alabama ICU beds at all-time low versus COVID-19 hospitalization spike. Number 20, Governor Ivey issues statewide mask order. Mask on, mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off, Alabama. Okay. Governor of Oklahoma, seems like it was just 3 weeks ago, Trump went through town, and now he has COVID-19. Number 21, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt becomes first governor to test positive for COVID-19. Number 22, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, cities, counties from mandating mask. Number 23, Kemp bans cities mask Oh no, number 24. There's Kemp again. All right. And right here, I want to give this to you. Here's what's happening, and you're reading about it because it is an orchestrated takedown of this country, takedown of Donald Trump. Now, it's not so much a takedown of the Republican Party. Yes, be careful on that. If you notice the other day, my Democratic guest continued to say it's the party of Trump. Not the Republican Party, the party of Trump. Now, the head of the party is your nominee. The head of the party is your president. So Trump is technically the head of the Republican Party, period, okay? But, you understand, they keep saying the party of Trump, not Republican Party. So they're not trying to take down the Republican Party. They got to have that competition go back and forth, okay? But Trump's got to go. And a lot of Republicans agree with that. Here's number 26. Coronavirus concerns push RNC to consider holding August convention in Florida outdoors. Now you're going to read articles that they're limiting a limited number of people. Now here's what's happened in the past. In the past, because of the indoor and the non-coronavirus scare tactic and the conventions, if you're a delegate, I'm just going to say off the top of my head, you could get four guest passes, right? Maybe 4. If you're a delegate, you could probably get about 4 guest passes. And then certain groups got so many passes. I mean, whatever these different groups are, they, NRA or whatever, I don't know. They get X amount of passes, okay? Different states got certain passes, but you get 4 passes or something like that. In Florida, what they're going to do is they're going to limit the outdoor day events to delegates only. No guest pass is what I understand. Then the night of the president's acceptance speech, they're going to have delegates only, not delegates. Delegates get to invite 1 guest. 1 guest. So they are working on minimizing the crowd, but delegates get 1 guest. They're doing everything trying to bring down the Republican Party. Number 29, with Fauci, Trump has picked a fight he can't win. I don't remember Trump really picking a fight. Let's get out of that. Let's go to the video. Let's start with number 1. And let's go to the number 1. Let's go to 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 23 seconds. Let's go to that one. 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 23 seconds on the video.
One of the first projects accelerated by these reforms will be the planned expansion of I-75 right here in Georgia. That's in honor of your wife, in honor of Marty. Okay, that's in honor of Marty. They've been looking to do that for many years, right? But the governor's going to get it done. This expansion will add 77 new lane miles of commercial vehicles, like those driven by UPS, saving drivers countless hundreds of hours a year. With us today is Julian Polk, a Teamster. I know the Teamsters very well at UPS who drives this route often. Julian, please come up and tell your story, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Hi, my name is Julian Polk. It's a great honor to be in front. I'm especially grateful for my wife being here with me today for 14 years. I spent the first 16 years of my career driving a package car, going from house to house. But in my last 3 years, I've been in the big rigs, mostly on 75. And throughout 75, we have approximately 765 trucks in Metro Atlanta. 64 of those travel from McDonough to Macon, Georgia, which is about 100 miles round trip. So with the congestion and all of that, it kind of makes it to where it's hard to get there and create all the time commits. So every time I've loaded my truck, whether it was medical equipment, a gift to someone's, a loved one, that time in transit was very important. So with the infrastructure is very important to me and all of my fellow UPSers, because the investment in our roads and bridges help reduce congestion and open up the bottlenecks, which makes it easier to get the packages where they need to go. More importantly, safe for drivers like myself, because we all know the most important stop of the day is when I get back home to her and my two beautiful kids. So, thank you. 14 years ago at my local hub in Forest Park, with the support of my management team, I started the corporate health and safety process. And throughout that team, we were able to lower the accidents and injuries, which we know accidents on the road slows down time in transit. So we're able to, since then, we've stopped all of that, or most of it. So I'd like to close by saying thank you to my wife for being here, to everyone that has supported me, especially my division manager, Tom Rosilio. He has supported me in my career, and for the grateful opportunity to be here today.
Fantastic job. Thank you, Julian. But Julian, it looks like you're attributing a lot of your success to your wife. Is that a correct statement? Huh?
A driver, African-American, UPS. Now, if he would have said, no, I'm not going up there, they wouldn't have made him. 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 16 seconds. Let's go to the next one.
Good afternoon. Thank you for visiting the UPS Gateway, President Trump. Thank you very much. I am so proud to be a 37-year veteran of this great company. I started my UPS career as a part-time hourly employee when I was still in school back in 1983. When I graduated from college, I went into management, and throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to work in our airline, in our freight transportation operations, and also in our package delivery operations throughout the United States. I'm now preparing to retire. When I think about UPS, all of us at UPS, and Julian's a great example, all of us at UPS worked through some very tough times through our careers, whether it's hurricanes and natural disasters, or some type of national event like 9/11 and now COVID-19. But all of us at UPS also look at that as a great opportunity to serve this great country and help bring the country through and remedy those tough situations. You look at Project Airbridge under the Trump administration and working directly with FEMA, another great example. From a UPS standpoint, we are all tremendously proud to help deliver life-saving supplies wherever and whenever they are needed. From an infrastructure standpoint, I know firsthand that improvements in our infrastructure will be a tremendous benefit to not only our customers, but also the communities that we serve. But when I think about UPS, I know how strong our technology is. I know how strong our flexible, multimodal transportation network is. And I know all UPSers are dedicated to making a difference and helping bring America forward. So as I think about ending my career, I am very grateful to retire with a strong pension plan. I hope the same for all essential workers who have a pension plan currently hung up, that they can enjoy the same when their work is over. So thank you, UPS, for a wonderful career and the great opportunity to work with so many wonderful people through the years to help make a difference. Thank you.
All right. Before we go to this next one, I think this is the Department of Transportation chair in Georgia, and there's something that this gentleman says that resonates. If you ever listen to the President of the United States go and do business roundtables, manufacturing roundtable events, the thing that is always come back, sit down with, loss of words. But any event where the president sits down at a round table, it's always how he listens. He always gets praise. Now, the media won't tell you this, but how he listens. And you have to understand, a lot of these people have been doing this for a long time, And Obama's administration would have them come to the White House. Give us your plans for expansion. And they go home and know, hey, honey, how'd it go today? Nobody listened to a damn word I said. The president is always getting praise for listening. So let's go to the, I think the next one is 1:41:45. 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 45 seconds.
You for 25 more years. You've got it. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bill. Really great job. Here, as well as the Commissioner of Georgia Department of Transportation, Russell McMurray. Russell, please come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, it was an honor for me to meet with you in Washington, D.C. at the U.S. DOT with Secretary Elaine Chao and some other state DOT commissioners from around the nation for us to share with you this long, burdensome, often bureaucratic process, and you sat and listened to us with great detail that day. And today, at the end of that meeting, too, I might add that the President told us, the DOT commissioners there in the room, that he was going to streamline the environmental process, cut the red tape, and make sure that the environment is protected, number one. So today is a full circle day for me, Mr. President, that here we are today with the President and the Trump administration rolling out yet another, not the first, but another environmental process improvement that will make life much easier for people like us at the Departments of Transportation across the nation to deliver infrastructure projects like the I-75 commercial vehicle lanes to move that freight out of Savannah to Atlanta and beyond, while providing a safe corridor for the many families that travel on I-75. Now, I certainly want to acknowledge someone else that is laser focused on streamlining government and cutting red tape, and that's our Governor, Brian Kemp. Governor, I appreciate your focus to transportation and infrastructure. It certainly makes my life a lot easier, so thank you. Now, finally, I'd just like to recognize somebody else, and the President acknowledged her earlier, but the leadership exemplified by Secretary Elaine Chao at the U.S. DOT is exceptional. We have never experienced the kind of cooperation we at the Georgia DOT's never experienced this type of cooperation from your administration, Mr. President, that we enjoy today. So thank you for your leadership, and thank you for the partnership you share not only with Georgia but all the states. Mr. President, thank you for making this happen. Thank you.
And Russell said that so well because there have been many steps that we've made over the course of the last 3 years that allowed us to get to this big, giant step. This is a big deal. And this is front page all over this country, and frankly, nobody realizes what it means other than the people that are in this room and others that do what you do. But the fact is, this is something that nobody thought was possible. But it was all those little steps, Russell, that allowed us to get to this step, bureaucratically and in every other way. So thank you very much, and you've done a great job. Appreciate it.
Now, every transportation secretary or director in every state in the United States understands what just happened yesterday. Every governor understands what just happened yesterday. Now, Democrat governors are going to yell and scream and call foul on this, but we all know across this country what this is, cutting this red tape. Now, let's go to one more, 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 35 seconds. And then we'll stop on yesterday's trip from Atlanta.
You're great people. Today's action is part of my administration's fierce commitment to slashing the web of needless bureaucracy that is holding back our citizens. I've been wanting to do this from day one, and we started it on day one, literally on day one, but it takes a long time. You have statutory requirements. You have a lot of different roadblocks, even to changing it, but the change you'll be hearing about in a minute. And it's one of the biggest things we can be doing for our country. The last administration increased the Federal Register by 16,000 pages of job-killing regulations. Under my administration, we have cut the Federal Register by nearly 25,000 pages. more than any president in history, whether it's 4 years, 8 years, or in one case more. And we, frankly, this I would think is maybe the biggest of all. We did the U.S. Waters, you saw that, the U.S. Waters Act, that was a big one. That was a big one. I thought I was going to take a lot of heat when I did that, and instead it was just the opposite. People came up, grown men that had never cried, even when they were a baby. They were standing behind me when I signed that bill at the White House, and they were crying. They were crying because we gave their life back to them. That took their life away. It took their livelihood away. It was a big, big moment. But this is a big moment today, too. Probably, possibly equally as big. Today's action completely modernizes the environmental review process under the National Environmental Policy Act of 1969. We are cutting the federal permitting timeline from a staggering 10 years, 15 years, 18 years, 21 years. You know the story. You've seen it. Projects that start out, a young guy heads the project. By the time it gets approved or disapproved, in many cases disapproved, usually disapproved, he's getting ready to retire. So what did you do for your life? I worked on one project. We didn't get it through in the end. Now, we won't get certain projects through for environmental reasons. They have to be environmentally sound. But you know what? We're going to know in a year. We're going to know in a year and a half. We're not going to know in 20 years. So we're cutting the federal permitting timeline for a major project from up to 20 years or more, hard to believe, down to 2 years or less. So we have it down to about 2 years right now, Elaine, and I think 2 years or less. And our goal is 1 year. And you may get disapproved. They may vote at the end. They didn't like something environmentally or safety-wise, and I'm all for that. But you're not going to devote a lifetime to doing a project that doesn't get approved or that gets approved. And oftentimes when it gets approved, it comes in at 10, 20, 30 times the cost. There's a highway in a certain state, short road, not even a highway, I guess, more of a roadway. And they put in, it was a straight line from point to point. By the time they finished it 18 years later, it was this. It cost tens of times. It cost many, many, many times more than the original. Is a dangerous roadway because there's turns. You got to be in good shape. You got to be wide awake to make those turns. You got to see those things. You have to see the guardrails. Boom. They had a simple straight roadway, and now they took 17 years to get it approved, ended up costing many, many times what the original estimates were, and it's no good. It's not good. Under the last administration, a mere 7% of reviews for federal highways were processed within 2 years. Now, what we're doing is the 2 years won't be the exception, it'll be the rule. So what we're doing is we're going to have that coming down at a much steeper rate. This will reduce approval times for highways alone by at least 70%. But the 70% is a very unambitious number because the number is going to be actually much lower than that. At the heart of the reforms is the one federal decision policy. It really spells it out when you hear that name, one federal decision. Before, applicants for infrastructure permits were forced to spend years and years navigating a labyrinth of federal agencies, and every single one had a power to stop a project. Anytime you went to an agency, they had a power to stop it. And it would stop the project, not only stop it, right in its tracks it would stop it. With our reforms, there will be one quick and fair decision. We're going to give every project a clear answer, yes or no. Yes or no. The 2-year process where just to submit is 2 years is not acceptable. It's going to be a very quick yes or no after study, but the studies are going to go quickly, and they're going to go simultaneously. If you're in numerous agencies, you're all going at the same time. Instead of waiting for 1, for 2, for 3, and oftentimes you'd go through one, it would take you 6 months, and then you have to wait 90 days, and then you have a review.
One time, one government approval, yes or no. Projects that have been taking have been taking 10, 15, 20 years. A young person starts the approval process and then retires and never gets the project through. He's correct. It's down to one. So what happened January 1st, 1970, when Richard Milhouse Nixon signed this, what to become a disaster of a National Environmental Protection Act, the Trump administration has taken the big tall side, shrunk it down 2 years. They want to get it down to 1 year. Now, they don't want Trump to leave his mark on this nation. Now, you know, what is it? John Bolton says, I think we can handle and get past one Trump administration. What they can't handle is, first of all, Trump is leaving, and even if it's the second term, he'll still be leaving the courts. He will be leaving his impression. He has left. He has put his impression. He has put his stamp on the courts in this country. Absolutely. The judges, the courts. Donald Trump will be remembered. You will read Trump appointee for years. It will take years to turn. And just think in the first term what he's done, a record number of judges. Just think in the first term what would happen in the second. They don't want that. If we can get this done and Trump gets into a second, remember they laughed at Sean Hannity when he said he couldn't come up. Well, he couldn't come up what he wants to do in his second term. Yes, he does. He does every day. He lets you know what he will do in his second term. They just don't report it. They laugh and say, well, Joe Biden says, I will do this, this, and this. Trump, look right here. See, what they don't want is they don't want your children to drive over the Donald J. Trump presidential bridge. They don't want an airport named after him. They don't want a highway. They don't want to say Donald Trump Highway built in 2021. They do not want this man to leave any legacy of his president. They want his presidential library to be where he got arrested, where he got jailed, where he got impeached, where he got removed, where he got investigated, everything but what a presidential library should look like for this president. Yesterday, an amazing announcement. So you're looking at what they're calling the polling data, right? That's the polling data, right? So let me say this, so I want to go. I've only got 2 minutes. Crime rate. Hold on, I had it here just a minute ago. This is across the country, not just in one state. California to release 18,000 prisoners by end of August to slow the spread of COVID. 18,000 prisoners are going to be released. If they didn't need to be there, why were they there? Or who are you releasing? 18,000 prisoners to end, to be released. Missouri Senator Josh Hawley asked Department of Justice to open civil rights investigation into St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office for targeting McCloskey. Okay. Wait a minute. I got to read this headline and then we'll go. Biden campaign chair Cedric Richmond compares Trump voters to David Duke voters. There are more secret Biden voters than Trump voters. The Joe Hideaway Joe right here. Hideaway Joe, boom, right? Down here in the basement. Only permitted 18 and under. I shouldn't say that. Put our 64 or whatever, our debate card up. Put that up for tomorrow night. Folks, tomorrow morning we will be at Sycamore Crossing in Blue Ridge. We will have Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley and Dr. Raymond Tidman. We will then go to the All-Star Political Panel, and we will move right from that to North Georgia Senior Living. North Georgia Senior Living. And then we do have puppies. We're going to bring the puppies in from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Rena will be bringing puppies. I got a note, or puppy. Right after that, we're going to be doing a lot of things, going over to Jackson County and getting ready, because tomorrow night at 6:30, Stacy Hall and Bo Hatchett, that is State Senate 50, District 50. And then for the North Georgia, right there for the 9th Congressional District, at 8 o'clock, Matt Gertler and Andrew Clyde. So that'll be tomorrow night on FYNTV.com. I am out of here. I will see you at 8 a.m. You have a nice afternoon. You enjoy yourself. And thank you. Returning tomorrow at 8. I will be there.